Hey everyone, it's Ashley with scrapnash.blogspot.com. This is the part 2 of coloring the little Bugaboo image of a boy in a swimming pool. If you watched part 1, I colored him with Copics and I showed you how and what colors I used. You can also visit my blog and I'll list the colors again. And this time is going to be just creating him into a card. And I showed you the paper I was using in the video, but it is the Karen Foster and it's called Sunrise Plaid. But it is very boyish, very summerish, very bright. It's got oranges, greens, and blues, and some yellows. And then from Hobby Lobby, I have one of their paper packs that have just a whole bunch of pattern papers and colors. So I just used some slivers of that. And then my cardstock is Stampin' Up! And it was their Wild Wasabi green color that I had. And then in that same Hobby Lobby pack was just the kind of a royal blue cardstock. So I'm using a lot of scraps today. And I will also be doing this card works for that as well. Let's get started. The first thing I did was I cut an 8.5 by 11 sheet in half at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I then went ahead and trimmed the Karen Foster plaid into 4 by 5 1/4 so that it fits and you can still see some of the green. And then I went ahead and I just trimmed him naturally around the image, leaving, trying to leave the same amount of space. So I didn't have a precise measurement for him to cut out, but he is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. So it's like a perfect square. And then I just cut the matching green cardstock so that I could mount him. So I'll go ahead and do that. And I'm using my ATG gun to adhere all of my pieces. It is my favorite type of adhesive. And I'm so excited to get the pink one, even though I know it's not going to be the same industrial quality, but I only use it for paper crafting, so hopefully it works. My little sketch, it's hand drawn so fast. My son's on nap, so limited time. But this is kind of the sketch I'm going for. So then I cut out a 2 by 5 1/4 piece of that same blue cardstock. And then I have some other little pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this into the center of the Karen Foster pattern. Okay. And then I have 1/2 inch by 4 piece of that orange cardstock I showed you. And I am just going to put one line of adhesive on that and just line it up at the bottom. Okay. And then I have this little piece of scrap that I thought would be really cute to be kind of right beside it. So I'm going to go ahead and put glue on the entire thing, except since it's the little piece of scrap, I am just going to put it right to that edge, and then using my scissors, trim that, then take that scrap piece and put it right along the bottom. That way I didn't have to ruin or waste any paper that you don't see right there. And then I created my own text in Word because this one doesn't come with the sentiment, and I put "Hope your birthday is a splash," and I used my Stampin' Up! Oval punches, the medium size and then the larger size. And the larger one I punched that same yellow or orange cardstock, I'm sorry. And I'm just going to glue the white to the orange. And then I'm going to put a pop dot on the back of that. Okay, and then before I glue all that down, I'm going to go ahead and adhere this to the main card front. And I just had a little piece of that blue overhanging, so I'm going to trim that real fast. Okay. And I'm just going to kind of lay this out. And I actually probably should have done this first. I think I want to add some brads in there, which, let me see if I can do it real fast. It would not have been a problem to pierce it through the main cardstock, but I don't like to have those holes showing. So I have 3 green sparkle brads, and I'm going to put them right along that corner. And let's see. Let me see if I can find my paper piercer. As I don't have my hole punch over here. Okay. And I'm just going to kind of guess where I wanted to poke those holes. So I didn't have to rip this off. I could have done it, but you would have seen the brad ends when you opened up the card. So, and I'm kind of adding these. The challenge didn't call for any embellishments or anything. And of course it's hard to work with when the adhesive's so sticky. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and reapply some adhesive, and then we should be good to go. Okay, so repeat that step. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on the matted image. And I'm going to go ahead and hem on. And then I have my Hope Your Birthday is a Splash. Just going to put it right down there. And then I'm going to use Glossy Accents, which is kind of like a clear epoxy. And I'm just going to make the water clear. And then you'll just want to let that dry for a little bit before you mail it or touch it. And there we go. There's the finished card. Thanks for watching. Bye.